Hi everyone, so today we are going to make Balanjay Choka, or in Guyana we say Baigan Choka. So what we have here is 4 beautiful big Balanjay or Baigan that I bought from Walmart. It's all washed and ready to go. I've got some nice red tomatoes and I've got some garlic and pepper. These are all going to be stuffed into these Balanjay and it's going to be roasted. Across here I have, for the end product, 1 large onion, some scallions or shallot or green onions, and 1 wiri pepper. These are all going to saute into this oil at the end of the process. And to taste, we're going to add just some aji and salt. Once again, aji, if you don't like aji, just use cubes. You know, in Guyanese, we always use aji in a lot of our food. We like it, we cook with it, but you know, it's optional. You can use salt and you can use cube as well. So what we are going to do is give it a good puncture, if you want to say. You're going to open this little guy up and you are going to stuff these little garlic in there. That's the flavor of the baigan. I'm going to add a piece of pepper. I take 1 pepper and I cut it in 4. I'm going to add a piece to roast as well with it. And then I'm going to continue on the same thing. You'll want to cut your Balanjay or baigan maybe into 4 or 3 cuts for each. And this will allow the heat to go through and cook the vegetable. Now our eggplants are all stuffed. So they're stuffed with the garlic and 1/4 of a piece of pepper in each. And the next step is to wrap it in foil and then put it on your stove. 1 eggplant here, and then what you're going to do, you're going to oil the eggplant skin. The reason you're doing that is that it would allow you to burst it at the end and open it and take all of the eggplant out, and the foil wrap wouldn't get stuck on it. So that's the reason you oil it a little bit before you put it on the stove. Make sure your eggplant is wrapped completely. There's no way that anything could seep through, because if that happens, it's going to create a mess on your stove, and it also can make it get, you know, a little bit of fire, which you don't want. Even add another wrap to this eggplant, just because it's large and I want to make sure that it's wrapped completely. There's no creases anywhere, as you could see. It's wrapped solid. Okay. Our tomatoes, again, our tomatoes were all pre-washed and dry. So we're going to remove the stem from them. Because of the size of the Balanjay, it will take probably about 10 minutes, but within that 10 minutes there's a process of turning. So you'll keep averaging, like maybe at a 5 minutes point, you'll keep turning this around like this. You'll use a pot holder and you'll turn it around so that each side get roasted evenly until it's completely. At 10 minutes point we'll check in, but normally I look at the texture here. So as it starts to roast, this will start to get flatter because the Balanjay is becoming softer. So from this pouch it may end up to like this size because it will flatten as it goes through the process. Into 5 minutes of the roasting, we are going to flip it around to the other side. Hasn't even started yet to roast already, so this is definitely going to be more than a 10 minutes. See, it hasn't bulged as yet, so we have to let it cook through. It's going to take us longer than 10 minutes. Here are the 10 minutes mark, and we're going to flip it again, but as you could see, it's now starting to resonate with the heat. Like I was saying, you'll see this actually going in because it's getting softer, and that's exactly what's happening. Another 10 minutes. At that time, you will check again. So that's another 10 minutes, and that actually brings us to the 20 minutes point. So again, a quick turn. These are really roasting nicely, so we're going to put it on the other side. See, this is all done here. Flip over this baby here. Very good. Very nice. The larger burners, they're going faster because of the higher BTU. This one is now beginning to roast nicely. So again, this is the 20 minutes point because again, the size of the Balanjay are big. So at 20 minutes point, it's cooking. It's getting nicer and nicer in terms of the texture. I could feel it. My concern is the one at the back burner because it's a smaller burner. So we're going to add another 10 minutes to it, by which time these two in front are going to be ready. We are at the 30 minutes point, and these ones in front, they are all ready to go. Okay, so at 30 minutes, we took out the two big Balanjay, and then what we did, we switched from the back burner, the smaller BTU, to the larger one to finish up the other two Balanjay. And then our tomato are roasting nicely still. It needs another flip, and it should be ready to go probably in another, say, 5 to 7 minutes. We are going to open up the eggplant that just came out of the stove. Ooh, smells so good. All right, so we are removing the eggplant, and we're gonna add it here until we're ready to finish step 2. Okay, so we're checking the remaining 2, and this one is ready to go. Tomatoes are all ready to go as well. This is what I was talking about. If it's not, you know, together, tightly packed, then the water from the vegetable evaporates and gets messy on your stove. Try to dice the tomato. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Portion of it into your eggplant. So try to get as much skin off as you can. If not, when you put it in your Alright, now that we've got the all the Balanjay ready, we are going to do the saute, which is the second part, as I mentioned. The saute portion of it with the onions, the pepper, and the shallot. Alright, so the saute is ready, so we'll just pour it into...
Oh, that smells good.
This now. You want some yummy Baigan Choka, Balanjay Choka. The last step is adding your salt to your taste bud, to your likeness. Aji, or if you prefer to have cubes, if you prefer none at all, that's fine. Again, this is optional. We like it, we use it. Thank you.